All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. And I wanted to come on here this morning. I wanted to talk about a few things because we've just crossed the milestone of 10,000 subscribers. And I wanted to say thank you to each and every last one of my subscribers. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm glad that you're listening to the Straightway Truth. And I hope that some way, somehow, that we're being a blessing to your life. We're able to enhance your education, your understanding about biblical, social, political, and economic situations that are going on here in this world. I hope that you're learning a lot and that you're growing in grace and growing in knowledge and gaining a lot of strength. With all that said, I also need to say this, is that, you know, since I've really made myself known here on YouTube, I've come across a lot of good people, and I've come across a few bad people as well. I come across those who would seem like that they would be your brothers or your sisters, only come to find out that the same thing that they did in their previous relationships, the same thing and the same attitudes that they carried from former churches, they try to bring it over to this particular way. And I want everybody to understand something, is that, you know, here at Straightway, you know, for a long time, we've been living a very quiet and peaceable life because we're peaceable people. We're separated. And we've, it's taken us a long time, a little while to get to that point. Well, now we have an influx of a bunch of people coming, which we're elated, ecstatic, more than excited to be a strength to you, your family, and yours, those of you who have ears to hear. But with that also comes a lot of bad, meaning people, they come in with different things. For instance, i.e., when we have these meetings, a lot of people come for the sole purpose. They say they come for the meetings, but they come to either look for a wife or look for a husband. Or which is, hey, that's your prerogative. Or they come with some form of doctrine that they know that we don't agree with. Now, why I believe that it is difficult, and it's very difficult for all of us to agree on every single point. I do believe that with all my heart and soul. I do think that there is a righteous spirit that should be upheld amongst those of us that are mature believers. We may all be on the road, but we're at different points and different places on that road. And that's just the truth. I said that once. I said it 1,000 times. We're all charged to grow in grace and in mercy. We all are charged to do that. Yet, I don't think that it's wise for people to bring in points of contentions, or people to come and sign up on our forum board, present themselves like they're some brother and sister. And the sole purpose that they're there is because they want to cause contentions by asking foolish questions. Now, the Bible teaches that foolish and unlearned questions avoid because they do gender strife. So look at the devil. You know, we have to watch the enemy of our soul because he has not stopped in his quest. He's not concerned with the world. He already has the world under deception, under lies, and under its lust. It's those of us who have determined in our heart that we're going to live a separated, set apart life, and we're going to follow the commandments. So I wanted to say this in this video, that if you're following me as I follow Christ, Pastor Dow or the elders, or either one of the fellowships that we have scattered all throughout the United States of America and certain portions or parts in the world, we don't want to hear your doctrine coming from any of these other religions or these other ways. We don't want to hear that. We believe that we are a well-rounded ministry, and if there's anything that needed to be added to us, the Most High, the one who has led us and guided us for these 20 years, will continue to keep leading and guiding us into all of his truth. And the reason why I make this statement is because, hey, there'll be many people that will come in and they will subvert the minds of people and cause division to come up on their hearts and questions upon their minds based on just one point that they don't agree with, that they may not even have all the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of they themselves. So if you're listening to me, and especially if you're following me as I follow Christ, and if you are in any of these fellowships where we have all across this land, the leaders of those fellowships, we all are joined together in one heart, one mind, one soul, and one spirit. And we're not going to allow anybody to come in and bring any form of divisive questions or strange doctrines that myself and the elders have not discussed to present before the people. And I hope that many of you can understand that. Some people have shown to be false brothers. Some people have shown themselves to be implants to come and spy on our liberty, so they can go back and do whatever they're going to do. But you won't last long around us at all. And I wanted to say this because I want everybody to see how serious we are in this and in the way. We've been very serious in the walking in the way to produce a people who are just sick and tired of the religious gymnastics and the mental games that people play. I'll say it again. You're not going to get everybody in this earth to agree on every point. That's the reason why that the Most High has a certain time that he's going to bring the two witnesses up on the scene. But until then, if you follow me as I follow Christ. Don't be a hypocrite. And don't go behind the scenes trying to subvert the minds of those who would follow the truth and are happy in doing it, and try to cast doubt before their conscience and their mind. Because we will discover you, and when we do, I know how to remove people who are not a benefit for the ministry and a benefit to us right out of our lives. I've been long suffering with a lot of people, a whole bunch of them. But I'm charged to feed the flock of Yah, which he has given me oversight of. And we're going to do that with all diligence. I need all of you who are following us here straightway in this diaspora, and the elders in these respective areas, to make sure that you uphold the doctrine as we deliver it unto you, and make sure that you support this so that there will be no divisions amongst us. And I hope that I said something to strengthen your hearts and your minds. And I hope that you're paying attention to every broadcast that we make. And I hope that some way, somehow, that you're with us in this walk and in this way. And of course, we here straightway, starting with myself first and foremost, the promise and the pledge is that we will be the examples of the book that the Bible says. We will walk before you in honor and integrity, soundness of heart. You will experience the demonstration of the power of the Spirit and real true deliverance and healing. You will experience all of those things. Remember the words that I want to leave you with last. No matter where you go, no matter who you listen to, whether it be in any arena or area or part of the life, or this life, you need to make sure that you know them by their fruits. Now, in order to know a good fruit and a bad fruit, you yourself first have to be a very good fruit inspector, and that fruit that you need to discern to start with first is yourself. When you're able to see yourself clearly, then you'll be able to see others. But remember what the Messiah said, by their fruits you shall know them. We believe ourselves to be a good tree here at Straightway, because a good tree cannot bring forth corrupt fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. And by their fruits you should know them. And I hope that I've said something to stimulate your thought, your mind, and conscience here today as we continue to keep moving forward in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. And who knows, as he may have us to have another 10,000 subscribers of people who are actually waking up to the truth. But remember my words, don't be eating off all these other tables, because they will bring confusion. And don't be listening to all these people that bring in strange doctrines that they themselves don't understand, and neither have they shown a track record that they are submitted to anyone, because we are charged in the word to submit yourselves one to another in the fear of Yah. So I want you all to be encouraged, but I wanted to say this, and I wanted to make sure that people have good understanding as we go forward. We thank the Father for allowing us to have 10,000 subscribers, and if it be his will, we'll continue on in this truth and this true straight way. Shalom, and have a good day.